The regular season is winding down, but the postseason races are heating up. Here's how yesterday's nail-biting action went down. Looking first at the NL East, the Miami Marlins combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the best of the visiting Mets 5-1. Entering the day's action, the Marlins sit atop the NL East. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. And the Mets are 4th in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Zach Greinke pitched well again and earned his 23rd win on the season, helping the Astros push past the Braves 4-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. At the start of the day, the Braves are in second place in the NL East, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. And the Astros are atop the American League West. They are enjoying a comfortable 9-game cushion. The Phillies totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington 7-5. In the standings, the Nationals sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Phillies are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Chicago Cubs completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 5-2. That now makes 8 straight wins for the team. As of right now, the Cubs sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division, an impressive 10 games ahead of second, while the Cardinals are 4th in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Austin Meadows had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish as Cincinnati got the best of the Pirates 9-5. He is currently among the NL leaders in runs batted in. Heading into the day, the Pirates sit in last place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Reds are 3rd in the division, 12 games behind first place. The Arizona Diamondbacks finished off a 3-game sweep as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 5-2. As of today, the Rockies are in 3rd place in the NL West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Diamondbacks are 4th in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Walker Buehler twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound as the Dodgers were winners over the Padres 5-0. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average. At the start of the day, the Padres sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the National League wildcard. And the Dodgers are atop the division. They have a 3-game cushion. The Giants put up 16 hits on the day as they got the best of the Brewers at home 7-6. As of right now, the Giants sit in last place in the National League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Brewers are in 2nd place in the NL Central, 10 games out of first. James Paxton grabbed his 13th win overall this year, helping lead the Yankees to a win over the Rays 4-1. He is among the leaders in complete games pitched in the AL. Entering the day's action, the Yankees sit atop the American League East Division, 6 games up on 2nd place. And the Rays are 3rd in the division, 9 games back. Eduardo Rodriguez fell short of the shutout but pitched into the 9th inning, not allowing any runs, as the Red Sox claimed victory over the Orioles 3-0. In the standings, the Red Sox have now clinched one of 2 AL wildcard spots with the win. And the Orioles are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Mike Clevinger grabbed his 13th win overall this year, helping the Indians push past the Blue Jays 1-0. As of today, the Indians sit in 3rd place in the American League Central. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Blue Jays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first. Jake Rogers collected a total of 4 driven in, leading the Tigers to the win over the White Sox 7-6. As of right now, the Tigers sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the White Sox are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd place. The Royals smacked 15 team hits as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 13-6. Entering the day's action, the Royals sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Twins are 2nd in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. Tommy La Stella was locked in at the plate with 4 knocks, helping lead the Angels to the victory over Oakland 5-4. In the standings, the Angels sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Athletics are 2nd in the division, yet they currently lead the race for the American League wildcard. Danny Santana had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, leading Texas to victory over the Mariners 14-1. At the start of the day, the Rangers sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're over 20 games out of first. While the Mariners are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. That'll do it for now. Enjoy today's pennant chase baseball, and don't forget to check back in tomorrow morning for all the highlights from the action.